the Lady Trojans opened up the 1998-99 season by playing host to those Vikings from Williams Valley. The teams are being introduced now, and of course this is a non-league ball game to start things off here. The Trojans will go at it for real on Monday, December the 7th. As the Vikings are being introduced, Jordan Schaffner, number 23, a premier ball player in the area here, and Jordan will probably display many of her talents tonight, as she is one heck of a ball player. Becky Savage, also a big girl inside for the Vikings. Trojans now with a new look, have some new ball players on the team, some veterans of course also, but playing new roles now. We have the first of the guards being introduced here, I think.
Number 12.
Yep. Number 12 is Jen Weaver. Jen saw a lot of action last year, and she'll be looking for a big season this year for Coach Shadle. Stacy Lark also seeing spot duty last year, played a lot of basketball on the varsity and really helping out. Kelly Dribelbis, the spark plug of the ball club, who runs the offense and is one heck of a very well-respected guard. Julie Papandrea also seen a lot of basketball last year, and they should be ready to play. The tallest gal on the team, Amanda Lucas, at 5'9", will be playing in the center spot, I believe. So we'll be set to go here now in just a moment. Has a good crowd on hand tonight for this opening ball game. Trojans and their arch rivals just up the road a little bit, the Williams Valley Vikings. So we'll be right back after the national anthem. Just for posterity's sake, I want to remind all of you folks that if you were at this ball game here on December the 4th, 1998, the temperature outside at game time is probably high 60s or somewhere like that. It's basically a very, very warm evening, and the doors are open leading out to the inner circle here at UDA and the parking lot and so forth. It's just been amazingly warm. Seemed like a spring ball game rather than a late autumn fall ball game. So here's the opening tip now, controlled by the Vikings, as Schaffner will pick it up and get it across for her wingmate. Over here is Savage inside, tipped away. On the floor it goes, and it'll be picked up in there by UDA. Coming up with it is Weaver. She'll drop it for Dribelbis. Kelly near wing for Lark. Inside they go with it now for Lucas. Back over here for Lark, tapped away by Pearson, but picked up in there by Dribelbis again for UD. Kelly bounces it over in the wing. Shot from over there for two by Weaver, wouldn't go, and the rebound comes back here and it's going to be controlled by Williams Valley. Up with it comes Unger, but she has the ball tapped out of her hands as Kelly Dribelbis comes up and makes a nice play on her. And it will remain Viking ball. They'll work it out in front. Here's Schaffner on the baseline looking for two. It is no good, but she's fouled. And Jordan Schaffner will go to the line for the first time this evening, shooting two shots. So we'll see what Jordan does from the free throw line. Her first shot, perfect. She will shoot again. And her second shot is good also. Papandrea picked up the foul, by the way, and the Vikings lead 2-0 on the strength of Jordan Schaffner's two foul shots. And Julian Papandrea picking up personal foul number 1. Here's Lark in the corner over here. She comes to Papandrea, steps in for a long two. It is no good, but we got to push underneath, and the foul is going to be on Jordan Schaffner. She will pick up a pushing foul on the rebound. And it's her first, team's first. And Dribelbis will inbound the ball. Inbound pass stolen away, but then picked up in here as it came loose. Trojans still in control, dropping in for Lucas. Back outside, Lark for two. It's good. Stacy Lark has tied up our ball game, and it is 2-2. Nice shot by Stacy. Unger playing with it out in front for the Vikings. Over here for Pearson. Inside she goes for Savage. Savage for two, a little bit too long. Rebounded over there by Schaffner, wouldn't go, and the rebound comes down to Lucas, who'll control it back here for the Trojans. Back to Dribelbis. Kelly. Near wing over here, now inside for Lucas. Whoops, and she is grabbed a hold of inside there as Savage ties her up along with Unger that time. But it remains UD ball, and Kelly Drabelbiss will get set to inbound the ball for Upper Dauphin. Weaver back for Lark, dropping it for Drabelbiss. Over there for Lark. Nice pass across the court here for Weaver. Jen puts it inside, but it's going to be tapped away in there as Welker got a hand on that one. Number 32 for the Vikings. Here's Lark, back here for Drabelbiss. Kelly taking it out in front now over here for Lark again. Trojans try to move it around the perimeter, but the ball inside comes loose, but picked up there by Lark, given back to Drabelbiss over for Lark. Into the corner she goes for Weaver. Jen on the baseline, pushes it underneath here for Papandrea, and then back out it comes. Shot by Drabelbiss is good for 2. And the Trojans lead 4-2. Here's Unger in front for Pearson. They'll try to work it around over there for Schaffner. Schaffner takes it inside on the baseline. She goes with it, stop it and pop it. No good. Rebound comes down there to Welker. Her shot blocked away and picked up inside there by Papandrea. And Papandrea battles for it along the end line over there with number 30 Savage. But ball went off Becky, they say. And so UD will get to inbound the ball. We've got 5 minutes, 22 seconds remaining here in the first period. Trojans by 2, 4-2. Whoops. Ball saved from going backcourt by Drabelbiss. Over, they'll dump it here. It's long 17-foot try by Lucas wouldn't go, but inside it comes off the hands of a Trojan and right to Becky Savage, so she will drop it here for Jordan Schaffner. Shot no good. Probably partially blocked away and picked off in there by UD again as Weaver came up with it and drops it here for Drabelbiss. Kelly near side here for Lark. Inside they go to Lucas. Back over for Drabelbiss. Her pass blocked away inside there as Schaffner got a hold of that one and knocked it out of there. Lost out of bounds that time as Schaffner really closely guarding Weaver that time, and Jen lost the handle on it. So back come the Vikings now. This is Unger. Inside she goes. Welker, turnaround 15-foot try just off the rim, no good. Rebounded right in there to Weaver, and back with it comes UD. This is Kelly Drabelbiss. Kelly taking it inside, but passing here for Lark. Lark, 16-foot try, no good. Rebounded in there to Schaffner, and Jordan triple teamed over there, but she'll get it up court now as she brings it down, puts the bounce pass in here for Welker. Welker from the floor puts it in for 2. So Welker grabbed that one. I don't know how in the world she got untangled there, but she put it home. And it's a tied up ball game now, 4-4. 3:50 left here in the first period. It'll be a warm night for these ball players. It's warm in here for the fans. Here's Papandrea trying for 2, just off the rim, no good. Rebound back here to Drabelbiss, who simply out-hustled the Vikings that time to get a hold of that rebound. And here's a foul. Foul is going to be called on number 32, Welker. And that is going to send number 12, Weaver, to the foul line for UDA, shooting 2. Here's Jen's first freebie try of the season. And it is good, and she unties the ball game now, 5-4. Rejo into the ball game to replace Welker for the Vikings. As Jen Weaver gets set to try her second one. She can give the Trojans a 2-point lead if she puts this one in. And she did. All right, way to go, Jen. 6-4, Trojans by 2. Marcy Pearson coming up with the ball for Unger. Back here for Pearson. Look inside, ball tipped away nicely as Amanda Lucas got a hold of it, tapped it out of there, and back with it comes Drabelbiss. Here's Kelly inside for Lucas on the wing. Papandrea for 2, it's good. Papandrea for 2, and timeout called by Coach Unger as the Trojans have taken a 4-point lead. Unger calls a 22nd timeout now. It's 8-4 UDA with 3:17 remaining here in the first period. Play back in now. Herb into the ball game for UDA. She is number 21 out there. As Unger plays it into the corner here. Shot from the wing by Jordan Schaffner wouldn't go. Rebounded there to Tribal Biss. She'll push it out here for Lark, who'll give it back to Kelly. And back come the Trojans, looking to increase the margin to 6 if they can. Here's a shot from the side by Lucas. Good for 2. As Amanda Lucas buries one from 9 feet out on the left wing. And it's now a 10-4 ball game. Here's Schaffner driving it on the baseline for 2. Jordan Schaffner gets her team back to within 4. It's now 10-6. And Tribal Biss plays it down the right wing, and now out in front here for Herb. Herb's got it again. Ooh, looked like she had a shot, didn't take it. Inside it goes to Amanda Lucas. Lucas on the floor with it as it's rolling around in there. And on a tie-up, it's going to be Williams Valley with the basketball as Pearson will inbound it. For Unger. This is Unger. Inside they'll go. Turnaround shot by Reho wouldn't go, but Schaffner picks it up for 2 more, and it's now an 8-10 ball game, 10-8 ball game, UD by 2. 2 minutes remaining here in the first period. Here's Herb. Inside she goes with a pretty good pass. Shot from the wing by Lark, wouldn't stay down, and on the rebound it's going to be tied up inside as Reho battles for it for the Vikings, and this time it's going to be UD ball as they call a tie up in there. Tribal Biss here for a shot from the wing, long, and Schaffner's got it. Jordan Schaffner, quick outlet pass ahead here now, and they'll go underneath for Savage, but a blocking foul will be called, this time on Jen Weaver, I believe. Yeah, Weaver picks up her first personal foul. And Schaffner will inbound the ball with 1:43 left here in the first period. Pearson checks out of the ball game. And we'll pick up the young lady who's in there for her in just a moment. Here's a turnaround jumper by Savage, wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down here to UD. Tribal Biss with a head of steam. Right underneath she goes for Lark for 2. It's good. A nice run and gun from Tribal Biss to Stacy Lark, and she put it home nicely. 12-8, UD by 4. Unger on the wing over here, now back here, and it's going to be backcourt when Unger touches this one. Backcourt called. So UD gets the ball back, and number 13 in there here for the Vikings is Brown. Girl named Brown. And our girl named Tribal Biss will inbound the ball. Let's see. Herb will chase it down in the backcourt, or rather Lark, and now back for Tribal Biss. Kelly with a head of steam on the wing over there for Papandrea. Papandrea steps it back over here. Now inside on a great pass, and a good bucket by Papandrea, but a super pass by that Kelly Tribal Biss. Schaffner for 2. It wouldn't go. Hangs on the rim, falls back out. Underneath, there's going to be a push foul called underneath as before the shot. So there won't be a shot. Foul will be on number 53, Trexler, I believe. Tressler in the ball game, 53 for UD. Here's Unger into the corner. Schaffner from this side, no good. Rebound comes back out here, picked up by Unger. Unger with an 8-foot try, in and out, no good. Return shot by Savage, wouldn't go. And now we've got another foul called underneath with just 41 seconds. But this time the foul is going to be against Williams Valley. Number 25, and I think that it might be Reho. We'll see as soon as we get down to this end of the court. 35 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Pass underneath and a shot taken, but it wouldn't go down, and the rebound comes back here for Williams Valley. This is Jordan Schaffner. Jordan plays it on the left wing, and let's see, got some people rolling and falling all over the floor. Finally coming away with it is UD's Herb, but the ball is out of bounds and a foul called. Foul called on Williams Valley. If nothing else, the Vikings are always an aggressive ball club. And that foul was on Brown, her first. As Weaver will check back into the ball game to replace Dribblebis for the Trojans with 16 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Here's Lark with it. She's double teamed, but she's going to take it over the midcourt here for Weaver, and Weaver will be called for a walk. That time Jen couldn't quite stop in time that time, so she picks up the walking call. And back will come the Vikings with just 6 seconds remaining. Oh, inside a pass for Rejo wouldn't go. Return shot by Becky Savage is good right at the buzzer. So we've got a 14-10 ball game. The Trojans by 4 at the end of 1. Okay, Williams Valley gets a chance to inbound the ball to begin the second period, and Unger with it out in front. Into the corner goes Schaffner for 2, no good. On the rebound, let's see. Trojans go up with Becky Savage, and that's going to be Amanda Lucas challenging Becky, and on the tie-up, it will remain becomes UD ball. And back they come. Dribblebis in there with Lark, same starting 5 now for UD to begin the second period. In there, underneath it goes here. Now they'll drop it back here for Papandrea. Julianne has a little trouble with it, but pushes it back here for Dribblebis. A long 2, no good. And Kelly will race after it over here, but out of bounds it goes, and it'll be blue ball. And Brown getting ready to inbound it. She will inbound here for Pearson, who just re-enters the ball game. So R.C. Pearson handling the ball for Williams Valley right at the moment. On the left wing is Schaffner. They go over to Jordan. Jordan starts up and she walks with it. Jordan Schaffner started off a little bit too quickly that time. She goes for the walk. And UD will inbound the ball. Leading by 4 now. 14-10. Show you the scoreboard next whistle. Dribblebis taking it over in the wing. Inside of the nice pass, and Amanda Lucas couldn't get the ball to go in the bucket. Ball is loose and on the floor, and it's going to be tied up in there as Pearson ties it up with Dribblebis. And on this tie-up, on this exchange, it will be Williams Valley ball. Marcy Pearson. Near wing over here this time for Schaffner, who lost the handle, picks it up though. Controls it back here for Pearson. She'll spin it over there in the wing for Brown. Over in the corner it goes. Here's Savage pushing it back here for Pearson. Pearson from outside for 2, no good, but a foul underneath. Push foul is going to be called on number 13, Brown, I believe it is. And we'll, 3-0. It's going to be called on Savage. And Rejo will check out of the ball game as Welker back in there for the Vikings. Becky Savage picks up her first personal foul, the team's 5th. And we got an illegal block called on Lark that time, as I don't know if our tape will show it, but Stacy setting up an illegal block, they said, so it'll be the Vikings inbounding the ball. Brown getting set to inbound it here for Pearson. Near side for Brown. Brown tapped out of there and a foul. Nope, no, he lost it. Good move again by that Kelly Dribblebis. Knocking the ball out of there, off the hands of Brown, and UD with the ball. So, Kelly crosses the timeline for Lark. Now Dribblebis will stay back a little, see what's forming underneath here. Here's Kelly taking it down on the right wing. Tries to push it underneath and does so. Shot in there by Papandrea wouldn't go. Return shot by Lucas wouldn't go. Papandrea still swings it back out here for Dribblebis for 2. Looks good from here. It's good. Kelly D for 2. And it's now a 16-10 ball game. UD by 6. Brown with it. Brown will spin it over here for Schaffner. Schaffner goes on the baseline, stopping, popping. It is no good. Wouldn't stay down. Return shot by Savage wouldn't go. Savage fires it off the glass. No good. Amanda Lucas with a rebound and a foul call. They're going to call a hold on Schaffner, and that will be Jordan's second foul of the first half, and it comes with 5:56 remaining here in the first half of the ball game. So for the Vikings, it is team foul number 6. So one more will put the Trojans in the bonus, I believe, unless that rule changed. I don't think so, though. Here's Papandrea working it on the wing. Oops, lost it to Schaffner, and then almost stolen back, but not quite. Jordan hanging on to it. She'll move her out in front. Near side over here. Shot by Brown for 2 is good. Oh, Brown nails a 2-pointer at 16-12. This is Dribelbis working it up the court. Now inside for Lucas. Right-handed back off to Dribelbis. Over here for Papandrea for 2. Wouldn't go down. Rebounded in there to Pearson, and Pearson has it tied up. And on a tie-up, it's going to remain UD ball. Tied up nicely in there that time. And there's some wholesale changes coming in here. Miller, Rejo, and Unger checking into the ball game for Coach Unger of Williams Valley. And it looks like Herb will come in to replace Lark for the Trojans. Dribelbis inbounding it over in the wing. Shot from over there for 2, a little too long. And Savage fights for it, but out of bounds it goes. It'll be off the Trojans. And this will be Miller for Williams Valley inbounding the ball. She'll inbound it here for Unger. Ahead now it comes to Schaffner. Jordan Schaffner has it tapped out of there by Dribelbis, who fires it back over here. Great save and a great maneuver by Kelly Dribelbis. Kelly coming back with it. Kelly near wing over here. Amanda Lucas for 2. It's good. Amanda Lucas buries 1, and the ball tapped away by Dribelbis. Kelly putting on a show, stopping, popping, no good. On the rebound, it's going to be tapped over there by Rejo. Rejo will battle for it with Lucas. But how are they going to call this one? Are they going to say it went off the Trojans? Boy, I'll tell you, good aggressive basketball being played out here by both ball clubs. Now Trojans with a 6-point margin again, 18-12. Shot from the wing for 2, no good. That was Schaffner, and on the rebound it's going to be controlled again by UDA, who is positioning themselves very well underneath for these rebounds. Dribelbis slowing the pace down a little bit. Now it's been hot in here. It's been hot in here before the game started. Anyway, here's a pass over there for Weaver, but Jen can't handle that one, as I think she was surprised as anybody at the pass there from Dribelbis. So back with it comes Unger. Near wing over here. Now back to Unger. They'll spin it there for Schaffner. Schaffner tries to take it in. Guarded pretty closely, and in fact, maybe a little too closely now, as Weaver will pick up the personal foul. Weaver picked up her second personal foul. Lark back into the ball game to replace Lucas for the Trojans. Here's a pass inside, tipped away, picked up in there by Lark, and back with it come the Trojans. So the Vikings turn it over again, and here's a pass inside. Now they'll go over here for Herb. Herb dropping it on the wing. Here comes Weaver, trying to push it back out in front. It's tapped away, picked up in there by Unger. Unger is going to be fouled by Dribelbis, and I think the bucket will count, as Unger making a good rush that time. The bucket is good. Kelly Dribelbis picks up the personal foul. Unger gets the bucket, and so she'll be shooting 1. Kelly Dribelbis picked up her second personal foul. Unger's first and only shot, no good. Rebound comes down here to Papandrea. He'll drop it back, and Dribelbis coming up with it here for UD. Right underneath, he tries to go with it for Papandrea, but way out of the reach of Juliana. So Miller will inbound the ball. Miller does so here for Schaffner. Jordan has the ball tipped away from her. Picked up in here by Lark, who will drop it back now for Dribelbis. The Trojans playing good, aggressive basketball here on both ends of the court. Rebounding, stealing, whatever. Over the wing, but that's not too good. Now coming down here, they get into their own offensive zone right now. They're into a little funk there because they're just not completing the passes down here on their own end. They're stealing the ball and harassing the Vikings all over the place. And Coach Shadle wants to cool them down here a little bit now, as he will call time with 3:18 remaining here in the first half. The Trojans by 4. Miss Miller inbounding it now following the Trojan timeout here for Unger. And this is Unger. Sorry, I don't know the first names of some of these gals. Inside it goes now, and they'll pass it in for a nice play inside for Schaffner off the pass from Rejo. And then we got a 2-point ball game again, 18-16. Here's Dribelbis stopping, dumping it back outside here for Lucas. Over the wing it goes. Deep on the baseline now. Let's see. They'll play with it in here for Lucas. Lucas dropping it back. Set up for two. It is no good. And on the rebound, it looks like it's going to be Weaver battling for it inside there. Ball came loose. They'll try to push it out here now. And again, it's stolen away by Dribelbis. And a foul called as Kelly tries to pass the ball inside. But a foul on Williams Valley could be on Miller. We'll see. Nope. Foul is on number 10, and that's Unger. She will pick up her first. And since it is the team 7th, that sends Dribelbis to the foul line, shooting a 1-and-1. Let's see if Kelly can open up a three-point margin here for us. Yep, she did. 19-16, Dribelbis with her first one, and she'll get to do that again. And here is her second try. Nice. 20-16, UD with a 4-point lead now. 2:30 left here in the first half. Here comes Becky Savage. Becky drops it ahead here for Schaffner, and Schaffner will take it on the baseline. Nearly lost the handle on it. Stops and pops, no good. And on the rebound, it's going to be knocked out of there by UD. I think Lucas probably got a hand on that one, but Schaffner will inbound it here for Savage. Savage has that ball lost off her fingertips, out of bounds. Williams Valley crowd thinks Amanda Lucas might have knocked it out of there, but they're going to say it went off Beck last. And on the inbounds play, we've got a foul called away from my camera view, but the foul is going to be on number 10, Unger. And Unger will pick up team foul number 8. So obviously, again, Kelly Dribelbis will go to the foul line, shooting a 1-and-1. And for Miss Unger, it is her second. Papandrea checking back into the ball game now for UD, taking Weaver's spot, I believe it was. And let's see if Kelly can replay those last two she made. Here's her first try. It is in and out, no good. Rebound tipped over this way and controlled by Savage. Now stolen away. Back it comes underneath. Oh, good steal in there by Lark, who got it back in for Papandrea, but then it was tied up in there. But a great effort in there by Stacy Lark. Miller will check out of the ball game. Brown coming back in for Williams Valley. Two good basketball teams going at it here. Here is Schaffner. Schaffner against three other teams. More or less was control of it. Now foul will be called as they lean in on Becky Savage. And Becky, I think, might be going to the line shooting a 2, maybe. We'll see. Savage at the line shooting her first of 2. First shot is good. 20-17. We'll show you the scoreboard at the top of the picture there. 2:05 remaining here in the first half. Foul was on Amanda Lucas. And Becky Savage goes 2 for 2. Two nice foul shots by the big gal in there. And back come the Trojans. Here's Kelly Dribelbis wheeling it down court. Underneath of the good pass for Papandrea. And Julianne Papandrea knocking it home. Here comes Schaffner. Lost the handle, but gets it herself on the left baseline. Now takes it inside. Tries to drop it off inside there for Savage, but stolen away. Back comes Dribelbis. 2-on-2 with Papandrea for 2. It's good. Papandrea with a nice bounce pass from Dribelbis. Here comes Schaffner and hold everything. We've got a foul called. A foul could be on Kelly Dribelbis. If it is, it's her third. And we'll see. It is, and Kelly knows her time is short. Kelly walking this one off, but Kelly knows, look at it, she don't even have to look. She knows she's out of here. She's picked up personal foul number 3, but what a first half she's had here. Good grief. Into the ball game to replace her comes Herb, and that's going to let Jordan Schaffner go to the foul line. She'll be shooting 1-and-1. First try, in and out, no good. Rebound, let's see, controlled in here by UD, and then, oh, wait a minute. This was Klinger in the ball game for the first time tonight, and he got it tangled up over there, and it'll go back to the Vikings. Minute 28 left here in the first half. Trojans up by 6 again now, 24-18. That had been their largest margin a little while ago. Here's Schaffner on the baseline looking for 2. It is no good. Rebounded inside here to Rejo, and Rejo bops one in for 2. Williams Valley putting on some forecourt pressure now as Herb will control the ball for the Trojans. Oh, right underneath for Papandrea for 2 more. It's good. So Papandrea, wherever she got to, there she is, really getting loose underneath, and the Trojans hitting her with a nice pass play. Here's Pearson for Brown. Brown will work it to the top. In there on the wing over here it goes. Knocked off the hands of Pearson and into the hands of Lark. And then over in the wing it's going to be taken over there by Weaver, and Jen lost the handle on that one. Kind of walked on the ball that time. I think Jen might have nearly stepped on the basketball that time. So got 45.5 seconds left here, and it's 26-20. Again, that 6-point margin for UD. Schaffner from the side for three is good, and all of a sudden the margin is 3 points. Here comes Weaver with it. Weaver bounces it there for Papandrea. Into the corner she'll go with it. Right underneath it is. And now the ball is what? Just off the hands of Viking. No foul. A whistle, but no foul. 29 seconds left here in the first half. They push it over here for Papandrea. Giuliani will fire it back in here. But past everyone. So it'll be Miller inbounding here for Pearson. It's early in the season, of course, for both of these squads. So both Coach Unger and Shadle trying to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work, as Schaffner is fouled again. And this time the foul will be on number 41, Lucas, and she'll pick up her second for sure. Amanda Lucas will pick up her second personal foul, and Jordan Schaffner to the line shooting two. Her first one is good. And it's a 2-point ball game, 26-24, UD by 2. Tressler back into the ball game to replace Lucas for UDA with 20 seconds left here in the half. Schaffner can make it a 1-point ball game, and she did. 26-25. And a foul called on Rejo. She picks up the personal foul, and that will send, I think, Weaver to the foul line. It will be Jen Weaver at the line shooting a 1-and-1. 9th team foul. Only 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. Miller getting ready to come into the ball game, but I think she's coming in for Weaver. Number 25, Rejo, picked up her second personal foul. Here's a shot by Weaver. It is good. Jen got it to wobble around up there a little bit. It took the scenic route, but it went in, and that's all that counts. So she increases the margin now to 2 again. And here's her second try. And it is off, but Jen comes in for the rebound, but it's going to be, let's see, controlled in there, as back with it comes Schaffner for the Vikings. Schaffner takes it all the way inside, nearly lost the handle on it, and then they're going to say she did lose the handle on it. Out of bounds it went with 8 seconds left, 8.4. Miller coming into the ball game for the Trojans. And the ball comes down here for Miller. Here comes Miller with it. Stop it and popping. It is just off the mark as the clock counts her down. Now another shot, nope, pass, and that's gonna do it. But a heck of a nice first half. Very exciting. A 2-point ball game. It's the Trojans 27 and the visiting Williams Valley Vikings 25. They don't get much closer than that. So we'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Well, teams are ready to go here now for our second half action, as Trojans will get to inbound the ball first. Jess Herb starts the second half for UD, and she'll be inbounding the ball here for, well, either Papandrea or whatever. We're going to find out here once time momentarily called while some of the fans reseat themselves. And we're set to go. She'll inbound it here for Weaver. Weaver back here for Herb, but lost the ball away, picked up in there and quickly outletted here for Unger for 2, and it wouldn't go, but a return shot by Savage is good. And all of a sudden, we're at a tie ball game. Trojans had led by 6, 24-18 at one point. Now we're tied at 27. Ball tapped away by Savage, picked up in there by the Vikings, and then knocked out of there nicely as Jen Weaver came up and picked the pocket of the Vikings, and back with it comes Herb over there for Lark. Lark in the side. Oh, they tried to go into Lucas with it off a pass from Papandrea, but it's tied up, as it will be Marcy Pearson tying it up. for the Vikings, and the Vikings will take over. The Vikings had led, I think, 2-0 in the ball game, but that was the last time I believe they've led. And so we're tied now, and the next team to score leads. So let's hope the Trojans can come in here and regain that lead now, tied up at 27 all. Here's Schaffner driving the baseline. Underhanded shot, good for 2. And Jordan Schaffner puts the Vikings on top for the second time in the ball game by 2 points. Oh, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Marcy Pearson. She will pick up the personal foul as she knocks Jess Herb for a loop here. And it will be Stacy Lark inbounding the ball over here on the wing here for Weaver. Her pass blocked away by the Vikings, but then a walk they're going to call underneath there. Jen got all tangled up in there with Welker of Williams Valley, and then eventually got the ball slapped back at her and tried to control it but could not. There's a pass for Schaffner. Schaffner loops it over here now for Unger. Unger will cross the timeline with it and then give it back for Pearson. Over the wing it goes for Schaffner. Schaffner driving the baseline for 2. It's good. Jordan Schaffner coming alive for the Vikings. And back come the Trojans. Vikings now lead by 4. Biggest margin of the ball game for the Vikings. Becky Savage looking for a ball but couldn't get it. And let's see, it's going to be tied up underneath. On a jump, it will remain Trojan ball. Travelbiss checking back into the ball game. She will replace Herb for UDA as the Trojans get set to inbound the ball. Kelly will be inbounding, but not before Brown replaces Pearson for the Vikings. So Brown in there now, along with Unger and Welker and Schaffner. And here's a pass underneath, stolen away. And then a walk will be called on Unger, who picked up that pass and took one extra step. Both teams really tense, like you can just sense it. I mean, they're battling out there. There's no question about that. Neither team wanting to make a mistake, and both of them making a couple here and of late. But here's Kelly Dribelbiss. See if Kelly can get it inside here for Lucas. Lucas with a little bit of trouble with it. Ball on the floor, picked up in there by Dribelbiss. She'll spin it back outside. Over the wing it goes. Now inside again for Lucas, tapped away by Savage, and out of bounds it goes off Becky. And so UD will maintain possession. Dribelbiss will attempt to inbound it, and does so here for Amanda Lucas. Lucas picks it up, goes to put it up there. She is blocked by Savage, and then a block they're going to call, and it will be Viking ball. So Amanda tried to get that one up. Becky Savage was right there to put the hand on that one, as Brown will inbound it here for Schaffner. Schaffner inside, she goes on a pass for Welker, but stolen away by Dribelbiss again. Here comes Kelly, dribbling up past a couple of Vikings, stopping. 9-foot shot is no good. Rebounded underneath there by Weaver, though. That's good. Jen will go to the line, shooting one to get 3. Way to go, Jen Weaver, battling all the way underneath the boards. Weaver at the line to shoot 1. Foul was on Welker, her second. Team's first of the second half. And Jen puts it in nicely and makes it a 31-30 ball game. Trojans trail by 1. Pass back here now for Schaffner. Jordan, playmaker extraordinaire on the ball club. The pass comes inside, but stolen away by Lucas. Dropping it for Weaver, who will drop it back here now for Herb. Or for Dribelbiss, I beg your pardon. And Kelly working it up the court slowly but surely as she picks up a pick from Herb. Pass back here for Lucas. Lucas goes to take it inside. Pushes it over here for Papandrea. Stolen away. Back here for Schaffner, and back come the Vikings with a 1-point lead, 31-30. Schaffner for 3. Swoosh. Swoosh for Jordan Schaffner. 34-30. They open up a 4-point margin. Trojans had led by as many as 8, and Coach Shadle will call timeout. Might be a 20-second. Yeah, 20-second one. Coach just wants to settle them down here a little bit now. Trojans drop back by 4, 34-30, 5-12 remaining here in the third period. Stacy Lark getting ready to inbound the basketball now following that Trojan timeout. She'll do so down here for Dribelbiss. Dribelbiss takes it inside, puts one up for 2, no good. Rebound comes over here to Kelly. She'll control it on the right wing. Oh, and a push out in front as we've got a push called on Pearson. I don't know what the heck Marcy was thinking of that time. She gave Kelly a shot as she went by. And Pearson picks up the personal foul. For Marcy, it is her second. So Dribelbis inbounding the ball for UD. Right underneath, she tried to go with it, but stolen away in there by Schaffner. And then her pass tapped loose, and let's see, battling for it over here is Weaver, but the ball is out of bounds off Jen. And Pearson will inbound here for Brown. And now Pearson, left wing over here for Schaffner on the baseline. Underneath she goes with it. Nice pass inside for Becky Savage. Becky is fouled. Foul will be on Amanda Lucas, and unfortunately for Amanda, that I think is going to be her third for number 41. We'll see. And Becky Savage will be at the line shooting 2. Amanda remaining in the ball game. 4:51 remaining here in the third. Savage is two shots rather. First one's good. 35-30. Becky can make it a 6-point margin, which would be the longest or the biggest of the ball game for the Vikings. And she did. 36-30. Trojans now trail by 6. And Tressler back into the ball game for Lark, I believe. So here we go. On the inbounds play, it'll be controlled in there to Dribelbis. Kelly with Unger on her. Here comes Dribelbis across the timeline, stopping and popping a 12-footer. No good. On the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds off the Trojans, and that's going to allow Brown to inbound the ball. 4:40 remaining here in the third. Pearson will spin it up here now for Schaffner. Off the side of the rim it goes, and recovered in there by Lucas. Lucas taking it all the way down court. Will pick it up, dropping it back here for Dribelbis. Across the court it goes. Here's Jen for 3. Nope, just off the mark. And on the rebound, it's going to be controlled inside by Welker. We'll drop it back over there for Schaffner. And she's bumped, and Jen Weaver will pick up a bumping foul, or whatever you call it, whatever you call that. None shooting for Jen. It will be her third. And it will be Miller in the ball game for Williams Valley. She will inbound the ball. She took Brown's position, and now Unger reporting back into the ball game to replace Pearson. Lark back in there replacing Jen Weaver for Coach Shadle and the Trojans. So here's Unger. Near wing over there. Shot for 3 by Schaffner. Short this time. Rebound comes back to Unger, however. Inside they'll go with it. Spinning it over here for Schaffner. Jordan on the baseline for 2. It's good. Jordan Schaffner works her way inside. Puts a layup in from the left side. And back come the Trojans. Here comes Dribelbis with it. Kelly stopping, pushing it over there. Tressler for 2. No good. And on the rebound, Schaffner's got it. Schaffner will break it down court quickly for the Vikings, and stopping and pushing one up, no good. Rebound shot to Savage is good. Rebound shot by Savage is good. Trojans now drop back by 10, and a real timeout called this time by Coach Shadle as the Vikings on a roll here. Jordan Schaffner getting hot, and that can really upset people. 3:32 left here in the third. Trojans trailing by 10. Vikings up 40-30. Okay, Trojans will inbound the ball now following their timeout. They do so here for Papandrea. Into the corner it goes to Lucas. She'll drop it underneath, but the ball is loose as it's overthrown. Tressler was supposed to be the receiver of that pass, but Amanda's pass a little bit too long, too high, and out of bounds it goes. Here comes Unger back. Near side over here for Schaffner. Schaffner on the baseline for 2 more. It's good. Well, Jordan Schaffner now doing what she does so well, load them up. And not missing. Here comes Papandrea down the wing. Dropping it back here for Dribelbis. Ball stolen away in there by Rejo, and back come the Vikings. This is on the baseline. Shot from over there for 2. No good. That was Miller with that shot, and that wouldn't go, and the ball is going to be tied up underneath here as Rejo ties it up with Dribelbis and a couple of other Trojans. And Marcy Pearson into the ball game to replace Unger for the Vikes. 42-30, 2:51 left here in the third quarter. It's been all Williams Valley here in this quarter. They've outscored the Trojans 15-14 3 so far, and the ball passed out of bounds. Now the Trojans starting to turn things over here, uncharacteristic of their way they played in the first half, but trying to, for 3, no good. Rebound on the far side, tipped around inside there. Let's see who's going to come up with it. It's going to be lost out of bounds by Klinger of the UDA Trojans, and Schaffner will inbound the ball for Williams Valley. Does so. Back here is a looping pass over the wing for Savage. Becky bringing it back outside. Now inside it goes. Welker tried to force one up, but it wouldn't go, and back with it come the Trojans. Rivalbis with it. Near wing over here for Klinger. Klinger pushes it inside for Lucas. Lucas back here for Drivelbis. Drivelbis stopping and popping. That's short. Rebounded underneath there to Papandrea, but then it was lost away and tied up underneath as Schaffner and Drivelbis tied it up. Got 2:03 left here in the third period. Trojans need a dozen to catch up here now. Pearson over the wing over there. Now back to Pearson. Near side. Here's Schaffner trying to go on the baseline. Ball tapped loose in there, and it's going to be tied up. Weaver will tie it up nicely. Jen tying up Jordan Schaffner with it that time. And back comes Kelly Drivelbis. Kelly all the way down the court with it. Pushing it right over there for Lucas for 2. It's good. Nice play that time by Kelly Drivelbis to Amanda Lucas, and Amanda putting it home. Miller into the corner, she goes with it. Now back out here for Marcy. Shot from the wing for 2, no good. That was Becky Savage hanging that one up, but it was out of bounds off blue, or no, off the Trojans. 1:19 remaining here in the second period. Schaffner checks out of the ball game. Brown in there for Coach Unger of Williams Valley. Here's Savage on the baseline, stopping, pushing it back over here now as Miller has it. Plays it back over there for Unger. Back to Miller out in front. Near side, now back to Miller. Unger on the right wing, and they're going to switch positions. Now Miller will travel underneath. And Unger playing out here as the clock counts down to 55 seconds. I don't believe they're playing for the last shot of the period. I wouldn't think so. But maybe just trying to set something up. Inside it goes. Turnaround shot by Welker. In and out. Spins. No good. Rebounded underneath there by Weaver. And Weaver tripped up. No call. And the ball finally comes loose. And let's see. Out of bounds it goes as it's knocked out of there by Welker. These Vikes have an aggressive ball club, and so do the Trojans as far as that goes, but gee whiz. Here comes Drivelbis with it. Drivelbis pushing it right underneath there for Papandrea, who was cutting in, but the ball came loose, and out of bounds it goes. Off Lucas, I believe they said, and 30 seconds left here in the third period. Miller trying to get it inbounds, has it stolen away here by Weaver, and then Jen is fouled as she puts the shot up. And Miller will pick up the foul. Weaver will go to the foul line, shooting 2. 28.7 seconds remaining here in the third period. And Jen can get it back to single digits if she can put one or two of these in. Her first try is short. She'll do one more. Schaffner and Rejo back into the ball game for the Vikings. In there with Savage, Brown, and Unger. Second shot, in and out, wouldn't go. Rebounded in there by Rejo. And we're going to have a hold foul called on perhaps Amanda Lucas. If it is, it would be her 4th, but we'll find out. It is on Amanda. She picks up her 4th personal foul. She's replaced in there by Jess Herb. Trojans lose about 6 inches in height on that exchange. Jen, rather. Herb, I think it is. Here is Brown. Out in front for Unger. Schaffner on the wing, or Brown on the wing. Now the ball is tapped away in there, and then on the floor it goes. Pass underneath for Schaffner, good for 2. They stole it away, did Becky Savage, and then Jordan Schaffner was over there. Here's Jordan with another steal. Quick pass up here for Becky at the buzzer. It's good. Becky Savage to beat the buzzer to end the third period. And the Vikings on a roll. Now it's 46-32 with 1 period to go. Getting ready to go now. The Vikings will inbound the ball to begin the fourth period. They have a 14-point margin on the Trojans. Stolen away immediately, but then they're going to say that Jen Weaver was not allowing Marcy Pearson enough room to get the ball in, so they gave it back to her. And this is Schaffner. Jordan from 15 feet out now takes it inside, and a walk's going to be called on Schaffner as he tried to take it inside there and lost the handle on it. Lark will inbound it here, and back she's got it. Here comes Stacy Lark. Lark down on the wing over there for Papandrea. Back out inside for 3. Nope, off the mark. Rebounded to Pearson. Pearson will push it out here in front for Schaffner. Schaffner looking for 2. That's short. Rebounded in there by Papandrea. Away with it comes Dribelbiss looking for 2. It won't go, but a foul will be called on Pearson. And Kelly Dribelbiss will go to the line shooting 2. Dribelbiss to the line to shoot a pair. Foul was on Marcy Pearson, her 3rd of the ball game. 7:28 left here in the game. First shot by Kelly, no good, right off the front of the rim. She'll try it again. And here's Kelly's second shot. This one is no good either, and rebound comes here to Unger. For Schaffner. Schaffner, quick pass down the court here, picked up by the Vikes. Shot from 15 feet out by Becky Savage wouldn't go. Rebounded here to Schaffner. Schaffner lost the handle on it, picked up over there by Unger. Into the corner. Here's Schaffner working it, trying to go inside with it. Pushes it in here for Becky Savage. Her shot blocked. Return shot, no good. And this is Welker pushing one up, no good. Return shot by Schaffner is good. Jordan Schaffner with 2 more. Dribelbiss bringing it up court for UD. 48-32, 16-point margin now. Trying to go inside with it, but tapped away by Schaffner, and then a foul will be called on Kelly Dribelbiss, and that'll be her 4th. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Unger. 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Trojans trail by 16, and Williams Valley will call timeout. The Vikings ready to inbound the ball now as Marcy Pearson's going to inbound it here for Unger. Unger working it up court here. Has Lark guarding her. Stacy guarding her closely out there. Now she'll switch off. And here is Schaffner with it. Trojans have Ure into the ball game. Turnaround shot by Becky Savage, no good. Rebounded in there to Weaver. Jen Weaver will pick it up, and it's out of bounds. Lost by the Trojans, they say, as Schaffner, looked like Schaffner tapped it out of there, but they're going to give it to Jordan anyway to inbound. Back here it comes now for Pearson. Unger on the wing. Shot from over there by Schaffner. Looking for 3 is good. Jordan Schaffner for 3. 51-32. Here comes Dribelbiss up the court for UD. Over it goes to Ure. Right underneath it. A nice pass it goes, and it's going to be tied up, though, as Schaffner ties up Weaver underneath. And Dribelbiss will inbound the ball. 5:49 left here in the game. Here's Weaver, tries to put it inside, but a foul will be called. The foul will be on Welker, I do believe. We'll see. Foul was indeed on Welker, and that's going to send Weaver to the line, shooting 2. Jen's first shot is good. Rejo into the ball game to replace Welker, who picked up her 3rd personal. And this is Jen Weaver's second shot, and it is good. Jen, 2 for 2, 2 nice ones. 51-34 as Pearson gets ready to inbound it, I think. Yep, she did. For Schaffner. Jordan Schaffner over the timeline here at center court. And let's see, inside it goes to Savage. Savage for 2. Nope, foul called though. And Ure will pick up the foul for UD, and that's going to send Savage to the line shooting 2. Here is the Becky of Savage shooting her first one, and it is no good. So Becky will try that one more time. Becky's looking to make this a 18-point ball game if she can, and she did. 52-34. Biggest margin of the ball game now for the Vikings. The pass inside comes off the hands of Lark, rolls loose, picked up in here by Unger. Unger for 2. It is good. Unger gets herself 2 on the quick break after the steal. 54-34, 20-point margin. Here's Kelly Drybelvis. Kelly winding it inside. Passing it, or tried to pass it, but lost the handle on it and walked with it. Tried to get it in there to that Ure, but just couldn't. Joanna Ure was heading down the paint, but Kelly couldn't get it loose. So 5-11 remains here in the ball game. And here comes Schaffner. Into the corner. Now they try to push it in front. Unger has it back over there, playing it out in front now for the Vikings. Inside here for Pearson. They go in for Savage. Savage for 2. Made the move but didn't make the shot. Rebounded there to Rejo. Her shot wouldn't go. And Savage again forces it up and in. Becky with that a little extra height advantage there. Not a whole lot. I mean, there are a lot of pretty tall kids out there. But Becky using it to her advantage and forcing that one up and in. Here comes Drybelvis for 2. It's good. She's fouled. Foul's going to be on Savage, and Drybelvis will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Here is Drybelvis shooting 1 and making it. Way to go, Kelly. 56-37. Adrienne Klinger into the ball game for UD. This is her with it. Shot blocked. And let's see, Schaffner's got it. I think Schaffner had made the block, and back she comes with the basketball now. As Jordan will look inside for Savage. Savage has got it, rushes to the hoop for 2. Good. Left-handed layup, that time by Becky Savage. And back come the Trojans. This is Drybelvis. Inside to Klinger. Now back out it comes here, and going to go off the hands of 32. Back here for Unger. Unger looking for 2. Nope, had it blocked out of there that time by Drybelvis. Drybelvis inbounded over here for Savage now. Jess Gentile in there for UD as Unger puts a shot up and missed it, but Becky Savage right there to rebound it for the Vikings. 60-37 now, and this time Drybelvis will turn it over as Kelly got tangled up out there around center court, kind of rolled the ball over. And Miller will inbound the ball for the Vikings for Schaffner. Schaffner working it back here. Becky Savage is back there alone. Becky's got it for 2. So a good work that time by Schaffner for Becky Savage, who was back there as they split the defense, and a good bounce pass from Schaffner to Savage resulted in 2 more for the Vikings. Drybelvis trying to take it inside. Looks like she put a shot up, but it didn't go, and out of bounds it goes off Miller. It will remain UD ball, and timeout will be called by someone. I'm not sure who called that one. 3:08 left here in the game anyway, I'm sure of that, and we've got a 25-point margin. The Vikings on top. The Trojans now trying some of the younger ball players. Have Herb in there along with Shade. Shade's going to get this pass here. She's got it. Captures it out in front here now, and she'll be working it around. Inside they go here to Tressler. And Tressler had that ball tapped loose, or it came loose anyway, and the Vikings have it. 2:55 left here in the ball game. Jordan Schaffner. Vikings are going to have a tough ball club this year, but so are the Trojans. It's just that tonight they played a heck of a good first half, and then the Vikings came out like a house on fire in the second half and just started to become really aggressive and played very well. Here's Savage. Beck's had a good second half. Her first shot won't go. Second shot a little short off the rim. Rebounded in there to Klinger, who tries to drop it over there for her, but it's tied up as she and Unger battled for it. Welker and Arejo check back into the ball game to replace Schaffner and Savage for the Vikings. Miller will inbound the ball for UD, or for the Vikings. Back here is Unger. Near wing over here. They'll play it to Miller. Back inside here for Welker. Welker on the baseline. Tries to push a shot up. Wouldn't go. And on the rebound, it's tied up in here as Rejo and Herb battle for it. And on the tie-up, it'll be UD inbounding. Shade will pass it back over there for Herb now. 2:15 left here in the ball game. They bounce it over the wing. Here's Miller trying to take it inside. She'll pick it up and get it back over here for Herb. Now it's Shade. Shade taking it inside. Looking for two. A little bit too high off the glass. Wouldn't go down. And the rebound in there comes down to Rejo. We'll push it here for Welker. And she gives it to Miss Unger. Near wing over here for Miller. Inside it goes for Welker. Welker stopping, tries to put a shot up, but it's blocked nicely. I think Tressler probably got a hand on that one. Heather will check out of the ball game. Jess Motter in there, number 51 for UDA, with 1:41 left here in the game. Shot by Brown is good for two. Brown, number 13 here of the Vikings, nails one. 64-37. On the wing it goes. Now they'll bounce it inside here for Motter. Motter had the ball come loose, and let's see. Pearson lost the handle on it. Picked up in there by Shade for UD. Shade. Oh, no, wait. They got a foul on Pearson. Marcy playing like she's 6'4", 240. She just gave a shot to Amanda Bingaman, and Amanda will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Amanda at the line shooting a 1-and-1, and here's her first try, and it is good. Way to go, Amanda. See if she can make another one. Amanda's second try, very nice. Amanda played a heck of a good junior varsity ball game too here earlier for the Trojans. And let's see, they got some trouble here now as they're gonna have the ball stolen away. Here comes Herb with it. Herb dropping it back over here for Bingaman. Back to Herb on the baseline. Right underneath it goes to Motter. Motter's fouled, and she'll be going to the line shooting two. Jess Motter at the line for the Trojans. She'll be shooting two. Their first shot is good. These guys were really shooting the baskets on foul shooting in the junior varsity, and Jess puts her first one in a lot of nice arc and right down, not touching the rim. Here's her second try. Well, I jinxed her. Anyway, recovered over there by UD, and then they get wrestled to the floor with 58 seconds left here in the ball game. Inbound pass stolen away. Here comes Herb for two. She's fouled. 15 picks up the personal foul, and Herb will go to the line shooting two. Might have said Herb. It's Ashley Shade. I think I might have said Herb. But Ashley with a good bucket. Foul is on Schwalm, number 15. Second shot by Shade is good. So Ashley pumps in 2 for 2. 64-42 now, 22-point ball game. As the clock winds are down here, less than 50 seconds to play right now. And 40 is Brown. It's a different Brown. We have two Browns. And a pass goes over and eludes Harner, number 44 of the Vikings. So UD will inbound the ball as Bingaman spins it in here for Shade. Amanda Bingaman's on the left wing. And let's see, she has it out there for Klinger. Here's Amanda pushing it back. Shot for two, no good. Off the glass, rebounded in there to Rejo, and then she'll push it ahead here now for that Schwalm. Schwalm having trouble with it as Shade will carry it then. Ashley didn't mean to do that. She made a heck of a steal on it, but then turned it over on the high dribble. Inbound pass here for that number 4, Williams. Williams takes it down on the right wing, pushes it inside. Turnaround shot in there by Harner wouldn't go. And on the rebound, we got a push foul underneath with just 11.8 seconds. Might as well call that 12 seconds remaining. Foul was on Williams Valley's number 25, Rejo. And that's going to send Adrian Klinger to the line, shooting 2. Adrian's first shot. Nice. Ready to go. 64-43. She narrows the gap to 19, and she can make it an 18-point ball game here if she can push this one in. Second shot. Nope. Just off the rim. And let's see. It's going to be wrestled back here to that Harner. Harner. And a foul called. Foul will be on Miller of UD. None shooting. Harner getting ready, or rather, yeah, Harner getting ready to inbound the ball with just 4 seconds remaining in this one. Trojans will drop this first non-league ball game. Here's Schwalm dropping it back. Shot from the side by Williams wouldn't go, or was that Harner? Might have been Harner. But the final score here tonight is the Williams Valley Viking girls 64, the UDA Trojan lasses 43. So the Trojans dropped this one by 19 points, but don't know what happened there in the second half, whether it was the over-aggressiveness of the Williams Valley Vikings or the sloppiness of the Trojans, but they played them to a 27-27 tie in the first half, but then in the second half, pretty much all the Williams Valley Vikings. So we'll catch you at the next Lady Trojan ball game, which happens to come up on Monday at Line Mountain as they open the season over at the new gymnasium at Line Mountain. So we'll see you then. Good night, good ball game. I congratulate the Vikings on this one, as Schaffner and Savage really came to the fore in the second half and just kind of blew the Trojans apart. So we'll catch you later and say good night from here. Final score again, 64-43, the Vikings over our beloved Trojans. So we'll see you later.